Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is known in the industry as a great point for Liverpool. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. And look, we went into the game saying, would you take a point? Is it a good point? And you always go inevitably. You have to be bolshy when you're a fan and say, no, got to go for 3. And the good thing is Liverpool got a good point and yet still went for 3 at the same time. Not a brilliant performance by the Reds. Not a brilliant performance by Arsenal, but Liverpool ultimately, by the time you come out of that game, you feel like they've given a good account of themselves, and really that's all. I think it's the minimum ask as a fan. I think you can't demand wins and you can't demand goals. These things all happen. There's lots of factors that go against you in making those things a reality. But you want to see the work rate. You want to see a team try and impose stuff. You want to see a glimpse of what it's trying to do. And it was hard. It was hard yards in that first half. I thought Liverpool grew into the game. Obviously, they get a real sucker punch through Saka. Look, great move by Bukayo Saka. Takes Andy Robertson, takes him out of the game, slams it past the goalkeeper. It's a look. Let's call it what it is. It's really good play from Saka, and then maybe we can critique Andy Robertson, but brilliant wingers beat fullbacks. That's why they're brilliant wingers, and he's a very, very good player for them, isn't he? If Mo Salah does that, I don't think you're looking at the fullback. You go, how brilliant Mo Salah turning defenders. I can think of loads of Mo Salah goals where he's torn defenders inside and out. I couldn't tell you who the defenders are, but I bet maybe the opponents could tell you who the defenders were. It's just how we look at things as Liverpool perspective, obviously. But look, I don't think it was a great performance overall by Andy Robertson. I think he did have a torrid time, and it contributed to us having to get more bodies back and play within ourselves to try and shut Arsenal down. It was great that we got the goal back. Really well worked set play. Virgil van Dijk does brilliantly to turn the header into the back of the net. Second half, though, what we needed was to be brave, and we were. And that is really encouraging to see, to go into the Lions' Den. You're talking about, I think there's 4 ridiculously hard away games. Your 4 biggest away games of the season. You've got Old Trafford, beat them. You've got Goodison Park, even though Everton, you should be beating Everton because you're much better than them. But Goodison Park, traditionally a very difficult place for us to go and win. And then if you're looking at the title contenders, it's Arsenal there for the Emirates and Man City, the Etihad, and to go there and take a point is absolutely magic. And to be able to have a bit of it our own way, and it needed bravery. It needed Trent to go, okay, I've been very right backish here, but actually I'm going to impact the pitch impact the game by getting more up the pitch. It's going to take Curtis Jones to be more front foot and more proactive in his defending. Ryan Gravenberch to do the same. Szoboszlai to come on and stretch it with his pace. Gakpo to be direct and really start to take party on a little bit more, and then ultimately some good decision making in the end. And Liverpool are obviously 2-1 down, and there's a feeling of like, oh, maybe that's kind of it. And I think a lesser side would have gone, yeah, we're not ready for this. Because you can see how well coached Arsenal are. You can see how well drilled they are. There's a reason why they're in contention. And there's a reason why no one was talking about Liverpool as title contenders. And everyone automatically went, it's going to be City and Arsenal again. It's going to be City and Arsenal again. Because they're a very, very well coached and long-term coached Arteta side. But yeah, Liverpool went, no, we know what we're doing. We're going to stick to our guns. We're going to keep going. We're going to get better in the football match. And so, huge credit to Darwin Núñez. Great ball from Trent. And I thought Trent did really well defensively, but I thought his passing was as poor as I've seen it. The amount of times he tried, he just tried stuff and it didn't come off. That's the peril of being a footballer who's tasked with trying stuff. You're playing harder balls, and therefore they're harder to complete. And even the best players have off days. But when it comes down to it, he was having a bit of an off day, Salah's having a bit of an off day, and ultimately Trent plays a killer pass into Darwin Núñez. Darwin cuts it back, and there's Mo Salah arriving in the right place. Right, a wonderful movement to peel off Darwin. Great pass to him. Great shaping of the body to give himself one shot on goal in the best possible opportunity to stick in the back of the net, and he does it. And yeah, a point. A win would have put Liverpool back top of the table. A win, you'd have been in dreamland in terms of the points. But if you want to construct a title challenge, you've obviously got to beat as many teams as you possibly can. And that's the bottom 12 teams you need to be beating home and away, more or less. You need to then get as many points as you can from that next group. And realistically, to have the best possible chance of winning the title, which looks like often a 90-plus point season, you need to draw minimum draw against your title rivals at their ground, and then try and beat them at home. And the worst case scenario, come out with 2 draws, so you negate both of them. And to go and do that at the Emirates is a much, therefore, better point for Liverpool than it is for Arsenal. They really need it. Now, they're not out of the title race, so it's good in that regard. We haven't killed them off. But again, their next chance to take points off us would be at Anfield. And you would much rather that be the case. So, yeah. Man of the match for me, Ibu Kanate. Thought he was perfection at the back, and particularly when obviously Trent had to go and be a bit more advanced up the pitch, and he just kept Martinelli so quiet. Havertz quiet. I thought Kanate was absolutely excellent. The skipper Virgil van Dijk could well get it as well for getting the goal and being brilliant defensively and all. But yeah, I'm going to give it to Ibu. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section underneath. Loads more post-match content to come over on Redmen. There's loads of free stuff over on Redmen YouTube, which you can just click across to, of course. But if you want to see more of me and Chris Pajak, we've got the Player Ratings podcast over on redmenplus.com. So yeah, that's always a good laugh, always insightful. So please come and join me for that one. Anyway, yes. Yeah, up the mighty Reds and down the crying arse.